Santo?
Yes.
There we go.
You gotta give me a second to transition.
Yeah.
I have your phone. To, I think Santo needs this one.
Yeah.
I need that one.
Yeah.
Mixing and matching. I'm so happy because I got to dust off my Montinos. I learned in Cuba from a 9-year-old daughter band.
How y'all doing tonight? Nice and dry down here.
Yes, sir.
We also always been a town of immigrants, you know, but each wave coming in with their own way of walking and their own way of talking. We came to the Lower East Side back when the Latinos were holding court, and the late great New Weekend poet Bimbo Rivas rechristened the joint Lower East Side. This is one of their stories. The sun rises in the Lower East Side. My eyes slip from the rays. I walk the door to the radio song. It's just another day. Well, someday I'm gonna break out of here as soon as I get what I need. But right now there's money to make my needs don't come cheap. People hustling up down the street to get to the train on time. The same faces, same old jobs, spare parts on either side line. Another day, another dollar, money inside. I hop on my time for it on me. And the curly-haired lady, she sits in the diner, sipping her tea. Her shoulders bare, she gives a stare, and I feel deep inside of me. And someday when the time is right, I wanna turn around and set your feet. But right now I got things to do to become the man I want to be. I see God on the streets of the Lower East Side, and he's turning on the hydrant and wondering why is this dresses for her night and by her silhouette, you know I just read. But she doing it right. Sunrises in Lower Side. I see it set in the west. The dealers on the corners, they arm their way. Yo, my man, you look like you need some sense. The out-of-town boys, they Trans Am, Midland, snorted up in that real village. And the curly-haired lady, she strolls down the street. Tell the latest lover to be in the moonlight. She don't look so fine to me. So now it's time to get on out of here and move on to higher grounds. The best thing living on the street, you can't get no further down.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you everybody for your presence, and thank you Santo for the song. Thanks Carl, and Elizabeth.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
And this is Crystal Fields.
Oh,
I got her picture for
Crystal is present.
Here, go my love. I
Yeah.
got
good seeing you guys.
So Crystal is present in her hat. And next we have somebody I need to bring on.
I got some. We got everything.
Ben Dick. Oh, yay, Elizabeth.
What's that?
That was great. That was,
Oh, it's fun, right?
yeah, oh, yeah, thanks.
Okay. Thank you everyone for being here.
I love
And next we have Ed Mallon, and he's honored to perform again at the LES Fest.
Ed Mallon.
He is the artistic director of Temerity Theater, and Ed's next show is the June edition of Living Radio at Under St. Mark's, where the team will write and perform new radio plays in a few days. Ed Mallon.
I got it.
Hello, nice to see everyone. Thank you for being here. I might be closing this festival out, which is a great honor downstairs anyway. So thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good day.
Ed Mallon.
Oh my gosh, a fan. It's so nice to be here. I have one or two short stories for you. The first one is called The Cat Who Ruled the Bookshelf. Okay, damn it, that's not an ending, exclaimed Bartholomew, throwing his copy of Isaac Asimov's Second Foundation across the room. It landed on the cat, who screamed. That can't be the ending, continued Bartholomew. And it's for nerds, so I can't call upon my friends on the bowling team and tell him the circle has no end. What do you think of that, eh? He rolled over and tried to make peace with the cat. Here, Carnissa, he cooed to the feline. You can take this book and share it and shred it and pee on it, just like you did with the robots at dawn. Carnissa purred. Very soon the apartment would smell like piss. I know, Robots was a very hard book for me too, since I'm demisexual, as you know, and all the characters are horny. The cat rolled herself into a ball and started licking various hard-to-reach places. But because I'm also a masochist, I'm into reading things that showcase pleasures I don't personally indulge in. Carnissa rolled over, cascading her hair all over the futon. Come to think of it, there was that year where I was a born-again Christian, so I gave up everything for Lent. Carnissa remembered. She had been put up for adoption for a week until Bartholomew read an article on theodicy and decided that if there was evil, giving up good things only made it worse. Boy and cat were reunited. Also, Bartholomew had felt guilty, so he let Carnissa pick the book that he would be reading as a penance. His life was now lived enthralled to the cat. While swiping on dating apps, Carnissa observed his choices. If he wanted to buy a lottery ticket, Carnissa had sensitivity about the numbers. When Bartholomew had spoken on the phone with his parents for too long, Carnissa knocked the phone out of his hand or blocked the screen and made FaceTiming impossible. In the realm of books, Bartholomew may have suspected that Carnissa only cared about the cover illustrations. If If you had any children's pop-up books, that would probably have been more interesting for both of them. Now Bartholomew was about to commit himself to another huge book. He brought out the two choices for his judge to inspect. The cat refused to consider the name of the rose, but seemed very excited by the goldfinch. Bartholomew checked the page count. 775 fucking pages? Jesus Christ on a hot cross bun. Carnissa's claws were out before you could say, a funny thing happened on the way to Emmaus. And bowing and apologizing profusely, Bartholomew slunk off to find a Band-Aid and some antiseptic. Good thing he had a week off. Reading books. Can't beat it. That is part one. Since I might have some time, I have another piece for you called It's Leviathan. Okay. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I had just finished the first part of my bakery job. The leavening was done. Finally, all the fucking leavening was done, and we can get baked. I took this opportunity to open the cash register and take out my bond. Rings of smoke soon floated up to the ceiling of the bakery. Also floating near the ceiling was Leviathan. Holy shit, I snorted. It's Leviathan! He looked like a long, thin, scaly, impregnable snake, a randomized, chaotic, cold-blooded beast. I can read your mind, you know, bellowed Leviathan. I hadn't thought of that. And because I can read your mind, he continued, I'm very sad. Why, I thought, but loudly, because he could hear me. I'm sad because there's nothing interesting inside your head. I can take constructive criticism, I murmured, and hit the bong again. How about a sing-along? Puff the magic dragon, live by the sea. It was at this point that I usually admitted that I didn't know any of the other words to the song. Smoking ganja all day, every day can do that to you. There must also be benefits to lighting up 24/7, but I can't remember any of them. Which tracks. As I thought through all this, the level-headed Leviathan and continued to sing. He did indeed know all the lyrics to that song. Maybe because he did not smoke once. How can you light up a split from the depths of the sea, or in the heights of the empyrean heavens? I could hear Job asking questions of the Lord, and then the reverb with booming bass. For the thoughts of the Lord are very deep, as noted in Psalm 92. Leviathan, where's my levity? I asked. Leviathan was flying around, doing loops in the air. Don't you have more baking to do? He inquired. Yes, I will just go check the ovens and see if I can get a rise out of those buns. Good, he said. Try not to get a yeast infection. I shuffled off to the next room to check out on some croissants and garlic nuts. They all looked lovely, so golden brown. My frazzled brain knew that it's easy to have leverage on a bagel. Anyone can make them flip, turn them into something, and into snitches and narcs. But a croissant, oh, a croissant is sus. A croissant can't be leveraged that easily. We need to find a way into the heart of the croissant. And if you get that far, and if you can make a croissant cry buttery tears, it will follow you around forever. Back to the door I came. Leviathan transfixed me with a sad stare. Leviathan, I whispered, you look like you want to eat me. Child, whispered Leviathan, it is you who are going to eat me. At a big banquet at the end of time, as seen in the Talmud. Oh yes, tractate Bava Batra. How did you know that, he asked. I have no idea, I admitted. In the meantime, since you can't eat me, there are scones. Yes, I agreed, and cannoli, and focaccia. I turned to my bomb, and wanted to light up again, but couldn't find my lighter. Good old Leviathan, he opened his jaws, and belched flames in my direction. I got a good buzz from that. He singed my man butt a little, though. Thank you very much, that's no show for you.
Thank you, Ed.